What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Impulse Control. I am Justin.
I am here. I'm Jasmine.
Hello here. So we are recording. I don't know.
4 days, 2 days after?
Two days after. Yeah, 2 days after the election, and I'm gonna put this out there now. Um, this podcast typically does not fall into political opinions either way for obvious reasons. But today we are going to talk about something that does affect both of us because of political elements. So the I want this is basically a heads up to everybody listening. If you don't want to listen to it, that's totally fine. But I wanted to give the heads up beforehand. But before we do get into that, I do want to ask Jasmine, how are you doing right now? I know how you're doing, but like,
That's such a
how are you
dangerous
doing?
question. Um,
How are you physically doing? How about
um,
that?
I'm not doing great. This has been a very long week. We just
Mhm.
kind of ranted a little. Well, I ranted a little bit before. Um, held a lot of space for a lot of people this week, and not a whole lot for myself. So I took some time tonight to hold space for myself, and it's been a lot. It's been a rough week. I mean, even apart from, the doomsday clock changing and the climate clock going down many years. Do you see
Yeah.
that's 4 years now? We have
Is it?
4 years to until irreparable damage to our planet.
Nice. Of
Fun
course.
fact. Yeah. That was election night it went down.
Nice. We
So
love that.
that's yeah, insane. So I'm doing okay. I've got my monster. I'm gonna do a diet Pepsi right afterwards. I'm eating junk food for dinner, as I don't really care right now. This is my self care, is just ignoring my diet. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym before school and just punch some things.
Take care of yourself. That's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people
Um,
maybe.
yes, other people too, but you got to start with you.
No, punching people.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, at least
I
get
have to take care of
consent.
me.
If you get
No,
consent, like, well, then you go to jail. If you had consent, then they
apparently not.
okay.
How
I
are
am
you doing?
okay.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I say me and my PE counterpart went to a conference
Oh yeah, that was this week.
this week. Yep. And then obviously everything else that has been happening between
Is
starting
that?
even back farther than the doomsday or the clock there. The Halloween was
Mm,
literally last week. Um, so there was
our
that
live
too.
episode, yeah.
Yep, our live episode, which again, we thank you. I'm looking over here as if I have a camera over here. Um, we thank you for showing up if you did.
We
It was
thank you.
awesome. Thank you. It was awesome to have everybody there and to get the support and you guys showing out and talking to us and all that. We love that. So keep doing that, and hopefully we will keep doing that if we can
Yeah,
in the
it was
future.
fun.
So yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little tired. Last night was
Mm.
weird. I slept like crap until about 5:30, and then my alarm goes off at 6:30, and when like I woke up at 5:30, was like
Mhm.
I'm awake. And so I was like I'm not getting up at this time. So I forced myself back to sleep. And when I forced myself back to sleep, that hour was like me dead on a log. Like I was gone,
Yep.
and like I had a dream and everything. It was, which is not normal. I don't usually dream.
Yeah,
So like
no.
I had like a full on dream up here. And when I woke up I was like, oh, that hurt to sleep. Like it was wild. But hopefully tonight's a little better.
I uh I honestly, Tuesday night I slept okay. I woke up a lot from like dings and notifications and stuff, but I slept
Yeah.
okay. But last night, same. I really didn't sleep very well until probably 2 or 3 a.m. Like it was just fitful. I'd roll over or whatever. I couldn't get comfortable. And then
Yeah.
about 2, I was like, bink, and I was awake.
Yeah.
And I had to pee so bad, so I got up and I try not to like in the middle of the night unless I know like my belly is going to be a rumbling. I try not to
Hmm.
bring my phone. It's just like middle of the night, so I stumbled. But I was
Hmm.
wide awake. Wouldn't have mattered if I had,
Yeah.
closed my eyes and walked blind to my bathroom. I was wide awake. And I was like, I could just be up for the day. which was a bad idea. So I laid back down and I was like, at least a half hour more of sleep. I don't know what happened between 2 and 2:05, but I was out. There could have been a fire, an earthquake, and a volcano simultaneously. Wouldn't have known until my alarm, which was next to my ear, it fell off my thing. I was death clutching. Oh, I moved Sharky, but I was death clutching Sharky. My husband's on 12s right now, so I haven't seen him in a few days. It's just also making this week go so great. And I was death clutching the shark. Still, when I woke up and the alarm had fallen, it was right next to my ear going, bah, 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 which scared me slightly. Just a little itty bit of scare, to start my morning.
Sharky just goes flying.
No, I just sort of like rolled over and stared at the ceiling for a while and just every 10 minutes because I have it on 9 minutes. I have it on a timer for my snoozes. And then
I hate my alarm. Like
what's your alarm sound?
I don't even remember, but I hate it every time yeah. It's like the default one.
I want to see.
I haven't changed it.
I was gonna say I want to see if I can predict what your alarm is.
Oh yeah, it's just the default one.
I want to see.
But every time I hear it, it's like, no.
Oh.
That wouldn't wake me up. Well, it probably would now because I'm a light sleeper for some reason.
That's mine.
No, that's yours. That's annoying.
All right. I'm gonna try and you keep talking with your voice, and I'm gonna see if I can pick it.
Okay. I was just gonna say it's just like my brain has been so designed to like get it off now. Nope. So like it goes for like 3 seconds. It sucks.
Okay, be done now. Okay, you gotta give something here. What does it sound like?
It's the default one. I don't remember. That's the thing. Like I hear default. It so quickly.
That's default.
Well, then it's not default, I guess. Then. No. 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 No.
There are a couple of these that if you actually had these, I'd have to unfriend you. This one's a good one. We should change our podcast to this.
I hate this so much. Here, let me grab it.
Hey, this would be obnoxious.
This would be so obnoxious.
Nope, I changed my mind. This is worse.
All right, you ready? It's called Classic, actually. Oh wait, no, it's not.
No, it's not. What is it? Ugh. What's it called?
It's called Constellations. Constellation. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
You can change it.
I know, but if I change it, then I have to learn a new one. It's literally just my brain. Like, lady, turn them off.
Don't yell at me. I'm fragile.
It's just like my brain is like so like triggered by it now that it wakes me up instantly.
So triggered by it.
It's like anger. It's like I straight up wake up with anger sometimes because of it. It's not good, but I don't want to change it. All right, actually, I do have something. Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Your turn.
It's fine. Whatever.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I have one alarm that I have set as a different thing, and so sometimes it goes off, and it's this one. Fucking, I have this. Yeah. This bothers me because I hear it, but I have the vibration that matches, so it goes bzz, 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 and it's always when I can't find my phone to shut it off, and I'm like, yep. It's like the one time I've unplugged it, it's down by my feet. Anyway, that was a great 5 minutes.
I kind of time myself, actually. Like I do, so I have 2 alarms set. Hello, your dryer's done.
And my clothes are done drying.
Yeah. There it is.
It's going to go off again.
I have 2 alarms set. I have one at like 6:30 and one at 6:40 or whatever. It's 10 minutes apart. And I like time myself. And I usually don't get out of bed until like Darcy's alarm goes off at like 6:35. And so I get 5 extra minutes. But when I get up, I'm like, all right, got 5 minutes until that alarm goes off. I need to be dressed. If I'm not, I'm mad at myself. It's like a timing versus myself.
Mhm. See,
I hate
mine
it,
is
but
that's the ADHD.
I know.
Um, I have this fun routine in the morning. I think you've been here for it. When I feel the most like structured for my day is when I follow this routine.
Mhm.
Did you did you ever see I have to like restart my thoughts here. Ever see that video of the Marine giving the graduation speech? We were like all sharing it in 2016-17 where he's like, "Make your bed every day. If you don't do anything else during the day, make your bed." And it's like this whole speech about how you start your day by making your bed and it's like supposed to make you more productive or whatever.
Mm,
And it's like the speech to graduates that like if you can do one thing every morning that's routinized, you'll have whatever. It's a very
yeah.
common military thing of like you always have to be routinized. It works, and I hate to say that the military has indoctrinated me into doing certain things, but that one works. And so if I don't make my day, and this is part of that OCD of like if I don't do something, something bad will happen. Like I don't do my dishes a certain way, then we're gonna get salmonella, and then I will have poisoned my husband, and he'll die, and then I'll be all alone, and I'm gonna die a spinster with my, body bleeding out slowly. It's simple things like that.
Simple. Simple.
But with my bed, if I don't make my bed the right way and the sheets aren't laying the right way, I'm gonna have a bad day.
Hmm.
Do you know what I haven't done at all this week?
Made your bed.
Yeah. Do you know who convinced herself that by not making her bed, she ruined the next 4 years?
Make your
So
bed tomorrow. Make your bed
yeah,
tomorrow.
I can't wait to talk to my therapist about that one. Um, really dig deep into that trauma history. But anyway, I made my bed this morning and I was like, better day, better day. But I time myself in the way of my bladder because when you first wake up and your bladder is like now, it's now.
You mean every 10 minutes when I'm sleeping? Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, well, you should talk to a doctor about that.
I have. He said it's normal, and I'm like,
It's
I
not.
don't, I don't think it is, but
You should get
okay.
a new doctor. Does your doctor work out of his home?
Actually, my doctor is no longer my doctor. I don't have a doctor at this current moment. I have a
What
place, but not a
happened to your
doctor.
doctor? What did you do
He
to your
went to a different
doctor?
practice. Don't mind. Don't. You know what? Mind your own business, okay?
Your doctor died, didn't he?
No, he didn't die.
Your doctor was taken out by the state. Anyway, so I'm in a mood, guys. I'm really sorry. Well, hold on. I'm
So,
gonna get to my routine. This is the
okay.
peeing part of my routine.
Gotcha. Yeah. Go pee. Yep.
The pee. So
Yep.
when I get up, it's like painful bladder. Like you've had way too much to drink and you've never peed a day in your life. All
Yeah.
the water
Correct.
you've
Yeah.
consumed right now.
Yep. I
But
gotcha.
I like to see how much I can get done before I accidentally pee. I've never peed. I've never
Feels like a
accidentally peed. I'm
dangerous
an
game.
adult. It is because I'm doing this butt ass naked. And I need you all to be aware of that. It's important to the plot as I'm running around like a rotisserie chicken, just sort of like in my home because no one else is home.
Go.
Yeah, but my favorite game is when I've just done laundry, but I don't remember where I put the clean pile versus the dirty pile. And some of
Mhm.
my jeans are still clean, even though I already wore them once, but like they're jeans, they're fine.
Yeah.
So now I'm like picking up pants and I'm smelling them while I'm crossing my legs doing the pee dance as I'm like, this is not good. This is fine. And I'm like trying to pick out underwear and socks. I have to get my whole outfit together and then bring it to the bathroom and turn on the shower before I'm allowed to pee in my brain. It is an allowed thing that I have now convinced myself I have to earn urination.
That's so not healthy.
You want to hear an even worse one in college?
Oh,
Ready for
jeez.
this? Justin, I was going to say Connor. You're not Connor. Justin
I
might
am
know
not.
this one well. I'm going to see if I can. This is a fine example. I used to have a water bottle that had a straw, right? So I would lean and go like this. The straw was much shorter. Pretend it's much shorter. But I sit like that with my chin resting on the top of my water bottle, my like one with all the stickers.
Yeah.
And I would sit and I would drink. That is 36 ounces of water.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of water.
I remember this one.
I would, yeah, the people don't. Sometimes I would put it in, like I'd wear a t-shirt or a tank top or whatever, and I would put it in my like tank top so it would be almost like supported in my bra, which is whatever.
Yeah.
And I would drink 36 ounces of water. And I could not go to the bathroom until I finished a set of tasks that I had assigned myself. And so one time when I had just graduated undergrad, I was starting my master's and I'd moved back into the dorms from living in an apartment, which is the most embarrassing thing, by the way. Don't recommend. If you've lived in an apartment, just find a new one. Don't move back into the dorms. It saves you no money. So anyway, I moved back in and I was doing one of my grad papers. And so I am 4 of these 36-ounce water bottles deep into this assignment. It is like a 10-page paper. And I'm swaying back and forth and I've got my music going. And I am slowly becoming more and more uncomfortable and telling myself, you're a teacher. Teachers hold their bladder. Which, like, yeah, but not with this much water. What teacher has enough time to drink whatever 36 times 4 is? I know this number. I'm not looking it up. I'm doing the math in my head right now.
116?
No, but super close. 144.
Dang
that
it.
makes sense. Oh, my ear. That makes sense.
Sorry.
Because 12 times 12 is 144, and then you do 3 groups of those 12s is 36 times. So
yes, of
it makes
course.
sense.
That would, yeah. That I had that too.
Well, you didn't because you said 116. So.
Well, I was testing.
Yes, like you've done all my life.
I've only known you for like
8
years.
8
Has
years.
it been 8 years? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you met me in 2017.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, 2017. Yeah. So 7 years. We can count. It's only been 7. It's 2024. 7 plus 7 is 14. Therefore,
hey,
2017 plus 7 is 24. Yeah.
So, this was not what I wanted to move on to, but I'm gonna. I went in to register because I had not registered in Buckfield yet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Just gonna.
Because you guys just moved there a couple years ago.
Yeah. So I had to fill out the paperwork.
All your kids who watch totally don't know where you teach and live.
Think my kids watch.
That's
but anyways,
also not doxing yourself. You cannot dox yourself.
I just did. Anyways, I filled out the paper. And then when I had to sign my name, I signed my name, and then it said date. And I was like, oh, cool. I know the date, right? I have a Fitbit, so I look at it, and it says November 5th. But it doesn't say the year.
What year did you put?
And so I put 11/5/2025. Because I was like, yeah, it's 2025.
Voter fraud! This is voter fraud! They just correct it. You're fine.
Yeah, I know they did. But, like, I gave it to her, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, yeah, the date, everything. And she took it and didn't say a word. I went and voted.
The minute those polls closed, she pulled that up and she went, look at this fucker.
What an idiot.
Sorry. I just totally dropped it.
Yeah, I know. You've said it twice so far, so I'm kind of keeping a tally.
No way.
Yeah, you have.
No.
You
when?
Have.
I called you one.
Well, that one, and then there was another one too earlier. It was like right off. Either way, what I wanted to move on to.
No impulse control drinking game. Every time I swear without remembering.
Did you hear what you just said?
No impulse control drinking game.
No, you said no impulse control. Like you missed like a full on section of the word. I kept going.
This is what, when they talk about the failing literacy rates, this is what they're talking about.
You just kept going. I was like, oh, she's probably trying to play it off.
This is like the Blendo. Ask Blendo.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was funny.
No impulse control.
What was I moving on to now? Oh,
I don't know.
Speaking of ADHD, I keep messing with this, so I apologize.
Speaking of ADHD,
I have a interview and a test coming within like 2 weeks.
An interview?
Yeah, they do. The doctor I'm going through, it does an interview and then basically
probably a clinical one.
Yeah, it's like just to get to know you and like how you function and that kind of stuff. And
Not
then
well.
I do function, like I'm functioning. And then I have a test, so that's pretty exciting stuff. And so I won't be a fraud anymore if I do get diagnosed.
Well, you've already got voter fraud under control, so.
I'm just out here just being a fraud everywhere.
Yeah. Is your real name even
if they ask me to teach PE, I still can't do that. So.
Hey, you didn't answer that question.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
That your name is
Nana
Justin?
Could, but I cannot.
Nana, he's causing confusion. That's a dot.
What if I straight up didn't tell you actually my real name, and I just for the past 7 years was I was letting you call me Justin, and like my name was like Dustin, or it was like something like close that you just heard wrong.
I can't even picture your name as literally anything else but Justin.
I know. I look and
the
act
only
like a
other
Justin.
you do. Am I a Jasmine?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Nothing
Which is
else?
weird because I wouldn't have.
What
I mean,
what did you?
I have another name, but I don't think you would want me to say that on here.
Is it son of a bitch? Is it a bitch?
No.
You can.
No.
It's okay. What is it?
You sure? Are you sure?
Text it to
No,
me
no,
before I
no,
approve
no,
it.
no. I need you to be honest with
Is it
yourself.
Corky?
Do you want to hear this? No,
it
it's not Corky. No, no.
Oh,
it's,
that came up recently, and I was like, "Ooh, trauma response."
Come back.
Shelter, please. Ah! Yikes!
No.
Too real.
Starts with a K, actually.
Is it something that Storm gave me?
No.
Just go for it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Kathleen is the name that.
Oh, my middle name, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, except Storm could not remember that for the life of him and kept calling me Marie. Jasmine Marie Corkins. I was like, that ain't it, Chief.
That ain't it. I wanted to like just clarify something. It was such a big deal for me to say it because she hated it when I said it back in the day. So.
I used to, yes. I used to not love my middle name, and I'm learning now to accept my middle name a little bit more. So I'm learning more about my identity.
I could see Kathleen as your first name, honestly.
You could? I have an aunt named Kathleen. Well, I don't know if I was named after her or not, but it feels. I don't know. No, you guys all have the same middle name.
Yeah, correct.
It's like a little.
I'm just digging a hole.
Do you know how many episodes? Goodness. So, deja vu moment. Do you know how many times we've had an episode where we're talking and you've done that exact same thing and said those exact words in that cadence? There are multiple instances of that. It's such a. I'm sorry.
Somebody go back and track them and post it or something like.
Whomst.
I don't. One of our followers will do it.
That's like 42 hours worth of episodes to go through.
Yeah, because we are on episode 42. I was gonna go with because it could let in a child, but then decided not to.
Because it could let in a child.
It's bad because it could let in a draft. It could let in a child.
Yeah, well, that's what she said, I guess, or something. So, and I oop.
Have you heard of this guy? What's his name? Guy's name is. I have him looked up. Hang on. Pause. Hold. Freeze. Nobody move.
While he's doing
Ren Gill.
Okay. Well, I'll go fuck myself then.
My turn.
Who?
Ren Gill.
Who?
Ren Gill.
Do you want me to not look him up?
No. I mean, he's a musician. He's a rapper. He's honestly like, yep, that guy.
Why is he so pointy?
I don't know. He's not from the U.S. I can't remember what country he's from.
The UK for sure.
Yeah, I think
you can't look like that and not be from the UK.
Fair point. But he has a song called Hi Ren, and it's literally like him talking to his own mental health, and like his mental health talking back. But his mental health is like in the song. It's very like dark and evil type. It's super, super good and very, very deep. Like to the point that like I saw people reacting to it and they were like crying and like, a whole thing. And even like Eminem like made a video about him, about like how amazing this kid is at like making lyrics and raps and all that stuff. It makes me want, because they both kind of rap the same way. It makes me want to see him and Lin-Manuel Miranda do some sort of collab. Like, I feel like that would be really good. I don't feel like you can appreciate it without knowing.
I was gonna say
it's a 9-minute song, so I'll just play a little bit of it.
I was just gonna look up like a. You don't know what country this man is from?
No, I couldn't remember. This is him. This is his.
It's like NF.
Yeah.
So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, ran? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never changed.
Yeah, it's very NF. I think
Super
him.
NF.
He sounds a little. He sounds a little Lin-Manuel Miranda, like same cadence, same tone.
Yeah.
Lin tends to not go for like the double on like the double speaking. That's definitely more NF. Even Eminem doesn't really do a whole lot of that, but
No.
it's not horrible. I did look up.
I was just gonna
gets-
say he's got some good music. Like
Mhm.
he's a great rapper in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which is saying a lot because I don't usually listen to
You're
rap.
not
If
a
I
big
listen to
rap
rap,
person,
it's
yeah.
like Eminem,
Hamilton.
like Hamilton, yeah. But like he's I like him a lot.
I got into a thing, just my own thing, but I had a moment recently where one of my kids started rapping Slim Shady,
Oh,
but like word for word, bar for bar kind of thing, and I didn't say stop immediately. I just joined in and then went, "Oh my god, we have to stop." Because it got to a point where like swear words were coming and I was like, "Okay, no more." And she was like,
Yeah.
"Why were you rapping with me?" And I was like, "Because it's one of my favorite songs, which like says something about me." But like it was one of my first like hip hop songs or rap songs that I memorized was Slim Shady.
Yeah.
And
that was also during like a very for both of us. That was during a like pretty prime time to like hear things and grow into things. I'm trying to think of like, developmentally prime time.
Developmentally, yeah. Because Slim Shady would have been my high school years that I really got into him.
Elementary school.
And I know it came out.
I was gonna say when it came out.
When I got
was like
into it, yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap. We were heavy rock. We were not listening to rap in my house. 2 different houses, 2 different homes. I listened to
3
rap
actually, but
well, 4 technically, but then one of mine died, so then it went to 3.
Yeah. Jasmine,
we're getting. It's not. It is not a secret. It's
no,
okay.
I know.
This is how I process my trauma.
Okay.
By not processing it at all. Don't tell Emma, please. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so let's do the thing. Let's do the thing that we said we were going to do at the very beginning. That we haven't done. So the thing that we wanted to bring up is, as teachers, we both have to deal with this. Teaching after an election. This is my second time doing it. This is Jasmine's first time. Yep.
Same candidate too.
Yep. And so I have, one more election, but my first election was during COVID. So it was very different and not really like, I don't remember much about it happening around me. And
were you in Buckfield at that time?
Yes.
Oh my God, you were.
Yeah. I started I was hired on May 11th, 2020.
Oh my God. That's
like, literally,
insane.
Like the day after
Almost
I graduated.
5 years ago.
The day after I graduated, I got the job.
Oh my God,
basically.
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so teaching after an election. Do you want your opinion, or do you want to go second?
I'll let you go first. I also want to stipulate like the 2 areas that we're both in. Like I'm sure the high school is probably a lot worse than ours is. Ours is like I work with young kids, so they really don't understand. The high school kids, they do. They read the news, they understand a little more. So it's definitely different, but I'll let you go first.
Okay.
What was it like teaching after Tuesday?
My big thing with my specific classroom is I make sure that it's a safe place. So I don't like politics in my room, and I do the whole hey, we have a government teacher, and if you really want to have that conversation, he is more than willing to have that conversation with you.
For sure.
I, on the other hand, am not. I am a health teacher. Just like they don't want to hear the word penis, I don't want to hear politics. And that's I literally told a kid that, like, they don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear penis. I don't want to hear politic.
Literally. So the area that I live in is pretty conservative. It's actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, the number was like 65-ish%.
which is lower
one way or
than we
another,
were thinking.
which is lower than I was thinking. Yeah, but it's very conservative, which tends to lead towards a more Republican voting. And this year's candidate just is a very divisive candidate. So it was really hard for me to leading up to it to hold that boundary, and then really, really difficult the day after because the kids, mind you, I was first day back from a conference.
Yeah.
I was it was a Wednesday, so it was, you know, middle of the week type of thing.
Yeah.
And then also they came in just firing away. It was like the first 5 minutes of school they were firing away. So a lot of it for me was like putting out fires. Like, hey, I don't want to hear about it. I don't care what your opinion was. I don't think you care about my opinion. So I don't want to hear about it. And a lot of it again came down to that saying of this is not this is not a political room. This is a this is a safe space. Room. This is a health room. Yeah. And I you know, I appreciate that you are willing to share your opinion, but I do not want to hear it. And I'm very blunt with my kids. I don't like I have told my kids straight up to their face, I don't care. Like I don't care about certain opinions. Like it's who I am as a teacher, and yeah. They give it back. That's the thing. Is especially with the high schoolers. I don't do it as much with the middle school. This is true.
I teach fourth and fifth graders, I suppose.
Yeah, I have a kid who thinks that he could out wrestle me. Like, and he lets me know every day. And I'm like, kid, if you were not my student, we'd go rounds and I'd win easily. I actually don't know that, but like I think I would. But I won't say that to the kid. I wouldn't put him down. I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna fight you now. Like, but like. I'm blunt. You and me,
graduation day.
As soon as you grab your diploma, it's on
I'm
site.
Coming on stage.
But
ready.
The day after this one was a tough one, and I don't think it was specifically that day for me. For me, I think it was a buildup of like a bunch of different stressors to then have this like boom in your face type of thing. Because we had like I stated earlier, we had Halloween. We had the day after Halloween because apparently schools want us to die because of, you know, candy sugar overload kids and throwing them at us. We had daylight savings, which luckily it was going backwards and not forwards. But still, it's a change. And we had that Sunday really wasn't anything, I don't think, but
that was daylight savings.
I thought that, well, Sunday morning, yeah, I was thinking Saturday was daylight savings, but either way, for me, Sunday was the start of my conference. So I drove to the conference, was at the conference till Tuesday, and then came home. So like for 5 days straight, essentially, I had stuff going on to then come back to school and have to deal with this. For me, it just was not a pleasant day. And I was very fortunate with how it turned out, though, because I didn't have a lot of kids in my room. What I did have, though, was freshmen, because my freshmen are my advisory. And so I had freshmen, and then I had one class at the end of the day. So that was basically it for me. Again, like I'm not saying this to sound bitchy or anything like that, but like it was a lot, and a lot of that came down to the stressors that built up for that day. I don't specifically think. And I personally, like, if a kid comes to me and straight up wants to have a conversation one-on-one and have a real conversation, I'll have it. I've had that with one of my TAs.
But it's so different than just like yelling it or whatever.
It's very different if you're just going to be disruptive or an a-hole about it. Like, there's very different. Like, I had it the day, like, on, actually, no, I had it both ways. I had one who was very supportive of Republicans, and I had one who was very supportive of Democrats. And I like the Democratic one was a little more conversationalist. The one that was Republican was very like yell it out and, you know, diss on certain people. And I was like, well, you know, if you're going to be rude, we don't want to hear it. So move on. And luckily enough, I have a good relationship with this kid. So he was a little more receptive to that. But again, I am very clear with my kids. Like, there is an expectation that I have for you, and I expect you to follow that expectation. Not in a mean or dictative way or anything like that, but like it is about being responsible and about being mature.
Authoritative rather than authoritarian.
Right. and it's authoritative rather than authoritarian. That's like that's how I teach. That's just my own personal way, and nobody has told me otherwise, so that's the way I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's mine.
Mine was a little different. Obviously, younger kids. The day before, we talked about voting and what it means to vote, and we had 2 little girls in class who, one of the kids called out Trump's name and was just like, Trump. And I said, yeah, he's one of the candidates. Does anyone know the other one? Because I'm trying to be like, yeah, I'm hearing you, and I thank you for your, whatever to the class, like contribution, because I'm trying to teach him, like, I'm not going to fall for your thing.
Yes.
Well, but I'm also not going to fall for it. Like, I know what you're trying to goad me, because he has goaded me in before, and I've been very clear with him about things. And so I know what he's trying to do, and he's trying to get a rise out of his friend, and his friend, who is a minority in many different retrospects, was not goaded into this. He was a little bit like, whatever, because they know enough, but it's enough to be dangerous. You know what I mean? Right. Like, and of course they're 5th graders, they can't do a whole lot, but like, it was enough that I was like, ooh, they really don't know a whole lot about how the government works. So anyway, we did a whole voting thing. We did a class vote, and because we're in Maine, we did a ranked choice vote to practice like what ranked choice voting looks like. And I said, when you turn 18, this may or may not still be a thing, but this is what it looks like, and this is how when your parents go to vote, you may go with them. This is what they do. They select their first choice, second choice. You know how ranked choice voting works. Yeah. And then I told them how it gets counted and like different things. And I told them what we were voting on in the state of Maine. And we didn't vote on any of that in the class. We actually voted on a movie thing, but I got to show them how to practice like writing their ballots in and like all these things. It was really cool. Yeah. And that felt good. That felt like I could take some of that anxiety of the day before or the day of voting, and I could put it somewhere good, and I could teach my kids about the process, because it is our civic duty to vote. And that is something that is, granted to us via our Constitution, that we are allowed to vote for our leaders. Mm-hmm. And then I got home and a little more anxiety, and I just like, there's a lot going on here. We voted, and I came home, and I didn't sleep great. I didn't sleep horrible. But then, got the notification right about 5:02 in the morning when I woke up. And candidly, like, I'm not going to get too much into it, but just how I felt teaching the day after. All of my kids are in populations that will be deeply affected by this. Every one of my kids comes from a home that will be deeply affected by this. And that hurt, knowing that. And it hurt knowing, because I did have to talk to parents afterwards at IEPs or whatever, knowing that parents very explicitly chose certain things over their kids. And that hurt. And I did cry that morning when I woke up, and the whole way through my shower and the whole way to work, and had some pretty nasty things said, or overheard some pretty nasty things. They weren't on Wednesday. They weren't said to me, but pretty nasty things just said at gas stations, whatever, where I stopped in the morning. And it was apparent how people were feeling. And I got to school, and I met with my clinical director, and we just cried in the hallway together for a little bit. And that was hard, to come into the school that I work at. And we were very honest with each other. Like, my whole team got together, and we just talked. And we just said, this is going to be a hard day. This is not going to be a happy-go-lucky Wednesday. And Wednesdays are usually hard, but then the kids got there. And the first thing out of a couple of my kids' mouths were, like, one of them was really happy. And he was like, oh, Donald Trump won. And then he said something to the effect of, like, the no more my body, my choice. And I shut that down immediately, because that was a horrific thing to hear a 10-year-old say. Yeah. He went to the quiet room, because I was like, absolutely not. And just some things that you could tell were just being regurgitated. And I hate to like immunize my children or infantize my children, but my sweet baby angels are regurgitating some of the most foul things I've genuinely ever heard. Mm-hmm. And Wednesday morning, they said some pretty offensive things about different people. And then one of my little girls, and this was probably one of my hardest points of the day, one of my little girls asked me, she said, "Why are people saying that Donald Trump won?" And I said, "What do you mean?" Like, I'm confused. And she said, "Well, why are they saying they won? My mom told me on Tuesday that Kamala was going to be the first woman president. So why are they saying?" Because she just thought mom said it, therefore it's truth.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
mom didn't have the heart to tell her because she saw Kamala and someone that looked like her. And I don't really care. And I'm going to say this to the people because I know you know my feelings on this. I don't really care if you like her policies or you like her, or if you're going to be in the comments saying the things you're going to say. It would have been really cool, as speaking as a woman, to have that. And my kids are feeling that, especially my girls who looked up and said, that's what I want to do. I have a chance to do that. And now they're feeling like, and they're hearing the things that are said and they're regurgitating them and they're internalizing some of the things that are being said about their bodies. And that just makes me very sad. Wednesday was hard teaching.
Mhm.
The day after the election is hard anyway, but the day after this election was hard. It was very sad around my building. Today was a little different because we had some other things happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, the biggest thing was our community was together and we could grieve and we could talk. And I know that there's been a lot of posts of people right now posting about, you know, how stupid it is that people are crying over this and how they're upset and whatever. And that's your right to feel upset about that. That people are grieving the loss of certain things, but it is okay to grieve this way. It's a healthier way to grieve than, you know, other destructive ways.
I think I think you've hit on it. I think it's important to put out there that, like, and sorry, I'm cutting you off on this, but
as a man would.
oh,
As a
shut
man.
up.
As a man would.
I think it's important to
It
make that
started,
point
ladies.
of-
It started.
Oh my word. I think it's important to make that
Yeah.
point that when things don't go your way, yes, it's a response. It's and that's a valid
you
thing.
can
Like,
grieve
it's
the
not
loss.
right. It's not because of a certain thing or this or that. It's literally just a response. It's not something that
Do it. Do an opinion. Give a strong opinion.
I'm not doing an opinion. I'm making
Damn
a
it.
point. People that respond or that are reacting with tears and with sadness and with grief this year are similar to how people responded 4 years ago. The only difference is one is more internal and one is extremely external. That's really what it is. From somebody who one hides their emotions like crazy, doesn't show emotion, because to me, I don't. That's
It's
just who I
uncomfortable
am.
for you, yeah.
It's super uncomfortable. 2, doesn't get into politics that much, realistically. And 3, someone who tends to be more like in the middle of, like, I don't want to put my opinion out there, as just shown. I'm not somebody who, my personal belief is, I don't care who you are, you don't deserve what my opinion is unless I have a good relationship with you. That's my personal belief. Obviously, everybody has their own, and I respect that. And I think that's the important thing, is to make sure that that is respected. Now, the big point, though, that I'm trying to get at is everybody has a reaction. And just because it goes one way or the other doesn't mean that one way or the other is right or wrong. It's the reaction that is had. Now, are there laws? Are there actual things in place that should be upheld? Absolutely, there are. And did you have a hard time dealing with your students who were saying horrific things on top of the emotions that you were feeling? Absolutely. And that's understandable. You are going through it. That's fine. That is totally fine. But that's my biggest point, is, like, I think that it's important for everybody, not just one side or the other, everybody to understand that. It makes me mad when I see that, like, the attacking element. It makes me so mad because, like, I understand it, I get it, but at the same time, like, is it doing anything really one way or the other than getting your feelings out there? That's, again, personal belief. That's mine. And you're more than welcome to share yours. I guess I just put my opinion out there, but, like,
You did. I'm very proud
Yay,
of you.
pat myself on the back. But like that's just my personal feeling on the whole attacking element. But it is important for us to understand that, you know, both sides have responses. One is more internal and less destructive, and one is illegal and made stupid choices and people
Insurrection,
go to
yeah.
jail. Yeah,
Mhm.
and against the literal country that they say is go America
Mhm,
type of
mhm,
thing.
mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, that's where I stand.
We're getting there, folks. We're getting that opinion out one strand at a time. No, I think, I mean, it is important for both sides to express their feelings, and yes, the how do I say this without us getting demonetized? Well, let me rephrase that. How do I say this without Justin kicking me off for a whole week?
Time out.
Yeah, well, I there is accuracy in a lot of the, you know, responses, or not even accuracy. There is validity in a lot of the responses where people they're crying for either side. They're happy that their person won, they're sad that their person lost.
Yeah.
But the happy crowd who for the last 10 years has been screaming horrific things or saying things like, and I quote, "Your body, my choice," which is coming out now, guys. That's great. Or like, you know, "You deserve what happened to you." You know, all those things. F you, they're screaming slurs, whatever. I don't know if you saw this as much. I don't see it as much anymore because I deleted a bunch of people. But aren't you proud of me? I just deleted them, Justin. I didn't even say
Good job.
anything. I just
I am
deleted
proud of
and
you, actually.
blocked 28 people I'm at. That I just deleted. I was like, I just don't. If I just can't. I just
And here's
cannot.
the beautiful thing about that. It is your choice. It is your
I can't wait to go home for
social
Thanksgiving,
media.
though. I'm gonna tell them off. I didn't do it on social media. I don't want the digital footprint. I'm joking. I'm not gonna go find them. That takes too much of my energy. But no, I've seen a bunch of people posting. They're like, no matter who you voted for, it's just all about loving one another. And that just, I get it, but it's such a bullshit cop out thing to say. My opinion on that, it is a bullshit cop out thing to be like, oh my god, no matter who you voted for, let's love each other, when you are voting for someone who very explicitly says only these select people may be loved and cherished, and even them, it's only if they can pay me enough money. That's where I find a lot of problem. And it's very hard, especially after this election. It is so hard to teach these kids empathy and sympathy when they are growing up. And I'm going to get divisive, and you can mute me anytime you want now. But it is hard to teach them empathy and love and understanding other people's points of views when they are growing up in a world that every time you try and do that, you get muted, you get blocked, you get hate crimed, you get shut down, you get called an emotional woman for saying, man, like,
Well,
hey, these people are going through it.
Not just
These
an
people
emotional
are.
woman. I'm a straight
I'm
white
just
man.
using my own personal experience from that one.
I understand that.
But yeah,
Yeah, no,
not even just
I'm a straight white
woman.
man, and I've been called gay because I say it's okay to use your emotions. That's wrong.
Yeah,
that's
which
a
you don't
completely
use,
wrong
but it's okay.
statement.
Yeah.
No, but I don't. But I also I have.
But
in
you
the past
advocate for
year-
others.
in the past year, I have
You
been
have
more
sh-
in touch
you've-
with my emotions than I have
Yeah.
ever in my life. And honestly, a lot of that comes down to me being more vulnerable, which is really
Yeah.
the key word of the day, vulnerability. Like, it's so important. And to be able to advocate is something that I do well because I don't
Mhm.
care. I'm somebody who's going to say what's on my mind, and you're going to have to hear it, and then I'll listen to you when I want to. When I want to. It's important though. That's my point. Is it's important because I advocate for when I need to advocate. When I feel that it is right for me to advocate, that's when I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. It's also it's one of the things that we have protected here, right? Is that we have the right to give an opinion and not be jailed for it. I mean, obviously you can't give the opinion of like, my opinion is that I should be able to murder people because that's a crime.
Right.
But like to be able to say, hey, I don't agree with this person, and you know, I don't really like their policies. You should be able to say that without also then having to be like, I don't agree with them because they're all of the slurs in the book, and they slept their way to the top, and they did all these nasty woman things, and they shouldn't be blah, 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 blah. It's a man's world. Like, you could just say I disagree. It's okay, because there's so much anger, and it is so hard to teach these kids how to work through their emotions in a healthy way when they are raised with so much anger. And like, it's so different than anger, like from, the emotional abuse or whatever, neglect, abuse, all those things that happen. It's a different type of anger. It is deep seated. It is like righteous, I am the eternal type of anger. And
Mhm.
these guys are bringing it in. And I've got a couple kids who are saying or regurgitating things that they're hearing on the news, and they're taking it to heart, and they're saying, well, because I'm a boy, like one of the little boys was crying and he was like, oh, I can't cry, I'm a boy. And I was like, ooh, gross, no, ew, you are allowed to cry. I didn't say
Yeah.
ew to my kid, but like, you are allowed to cry. You can feel your emotions. It's how you deal with them.
Right.
Feel your feels. Be angry, be mad, be upset. You can't storm the Capitol because you're a little mad. That is illegal. That is a
Treason.
crime. That is treason. And it's, sorry, I'm fidgety now because I'm trying not to get ranty.
Can I interest you in an activity once you're done with your thought?
Yes, the day after the election was hard for both of us for different reasons, and I'm sure that it was hard all over the country. I'm sure that it was difficult for everybody, and my heart is truly going out to people working in those minority communities who are dealing with, both of our hearts do. I think I can speak for you saying that it's going to be hard for a while. And remember community, and reach out to your community. Keep in touch with your community. It's going to be hard for a little while. So.
And just to add to that, even just in general, change is hard. Like, if you agree, even with that, like with the way that things went out, still change is happening. And for those who struggle with change, like myself, it's really important to keep that in mind, that change is happening, and you can and will be able to make it through. And if you happen to have, I should say, somebody to reach out to, please do. If you don't, both of our Instagrams are open, both of our whatever is open. So like,
I'll say this for the both of us because I know we both feel this. We are a safe place. We are a safe space for anyone. And I will advocate for you. I will hold you. I will hold space for you. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Change is hard, and this change is big. And it's probably going to affect us in ways that we are not ready for. And I truly hope that I'm wrong. I hope it goes smoothly. And I truly hope things will go well, but I can't pretend that things are going to be amazing. So.
And at this point, I don't know that anybody can really tell either way. Like, we can assume, we can, look at the future.
We can
look
use
at
the
what
facts.
The plans are.
We can use the assumptions, but I don't know.
We can't tell the future, unfortunately. So here's my game. We've done it before. On count of three, say the same thing. Non-political things, though.
I don't know that I am able to do this right now.
You can do this. Give me 1, 2, 3, okay? Think of your thing.
1, 2, 3.
Poster.
Monkey.
We looked at the back of each other's things, didn't we?
No, I looked in my closet.
Oh, well, then I
just
guess
thought
my
about
monkey will
fuzzy
just go
animals.
away. Fair. Okay. Yeah, hang on. Time out. Have you ever been to a zoo? I don't think I've ever asked you that question.
Yes. Pretty sure we've gone to the zoo together.
I've only been to one zoo in my life.
Where'd you go?
I went to the one in Tennessee with Darcy's family.
You didn't go to the Maine Wildlife Park with me? Oh, that was my class. Never mind. Yeah, I've been to many zoos, Justin.
Oh, okay. Well, zoo.
You can just go on road trips to the zoo in Massachusetts.
I know this. I just have never, zoos never interested me. And the only time I ever went was
monkeys.
Because it was...
Why have you not wanted to go to see
I know.
monkeys?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. But, that's where I'm at. Anyways, all right, ready? So poster and monkey.
Let's restart. I'm in a better space now.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1. Smart.
Ice cream. What'd you say?
Smart.
SMART. Smart. Like I am smart. Ah. Yes. Okay. So ice cream and smart. Ooh. Okay. I got one.
Hang on.
You got this. Smart ice cream. Smart ice cream.
Are you giving it to me? I'm not understanding.
No, but you're with me.
Okay, I got you. Ready? Three, two, one.
2, 1.
Clown.
Smarties. Well,
Okay, I got mine.
you said clown.
Clown. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right, Terry. Terry. All right. I think I know where you're going.
Okay, you count.
3, 2, 1. Circus.
Colorful. Freaking
Okay. We're getting closer.
A.
Circus and colorful. Well, that's just the circus. Ooh,
Literally.
okay. I'm gonna go on a different route here, but I'm hoping that you just look at me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, the brain
I'm
cell
not
is
actually
going.
looking at you, but like,
Well, that's fine. I'll just go by
because
myself.
you're down here, my camera's up there. You know, I can't
Well, then
do
look
both.
at me, Justin.
Well, then I'm not looking at you.
I'm looking at you, not the camera.
I can't go.
Don't look between the two. Just look at the thing on the screen. Look at my face, and I'm gonna look at
Okay.
your face, and we're gonna stare.
This feels weird.
Connect the brain cell,
I'm-
Justin.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, clown and colorful. I'm ready. I'm ready.
No,
I'm ready.
circus and
Circus,
colorful.
colorful. I can remember words.
3, 2, 1. Tent.
Ferris wheel.
Girl!
So what this is, folks, is a
We're gonna get
classic
there.
game. Are we?
We're gonna get there.
Ferris wheel. Ooh, okay.
I got it.
I got it.
We got it. It's right here.
All right, you're gonna
It's
count.
right
You're
here.
gonna count. You're gonna count. You're gonna count.
Okay. 3, 2,
Wait, sorry.
1.
Hold on.
Ah! Okay, what?
I needed to think of my word again. I got distracted. Okay, I'm
Okay,
ready.
ready? 3, 2, 1. Circle.
State fair.
Girl!
Circle.
They're both circles.
What
A
tents
Ferris
have you
wheel. A circus tent.
been in? The only tents I've
A
been in are like
yurt?
the ones that go like they're 5. They're like a tent, like a real like a tent.
Yeah,
not
like a
circle
camping tent. Yeah, but if you're a circus and a tent, a circus tent, they're...
Hey, so when was the last time you went to the circus, Justin?
I just watched Greatest Showman, and that is factual, so it's circus tent.
That's from the 1920s.
Circus tent.
I need to watch that again. That's a good one.
I just literally just watched it like 2 days ago. Okay.
Would you say?
Uh,
I'm sorry. One pause for
What
a
was
moment.
our last one?
Mm.
I said circle.
I said state fair.
Okay.
I got it. 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 I got it.
I don't.
I got it. I got it. Circle, state fair.
Okay,
Think
I got
about
it.
it, Justin.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Ready?
We've got this. Go.
3, 2, 1. Merry-go-round.
Fried dough. Son of a bitch.
I was gonna say fried dough too.
Okay, merry-go-rounds and fried dough. What do these two things have in common? They're both sticky.
Okay, I think I have mine.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna match here. I'm gonna be honest.
No, we got this. No, we got this. We got this. We got this. We got this.
Okay, ready?
Go, go, go,
3, 2, 1. Horse
go.
racing.
Children. Well, what? Horse racing?
Yeah. I'm sure you could buy fried dough at the horse races,
I'm sure you can.
and there's
I don't-
horses from the merry-go-round.
What do those two things have in common? Horse races wasn't my first thought. Children enjoy both of those activities.
No, that's super fair. So we got children and horse racing.
child labor. Got it.
Dang.
We're gonna get demonetized before
Yeah.
we ever get monetized.
Okay, we got this.
Speaking of
All
which,
right.
my PayPal is
All right. Children and horse racing.
Horse races.
Okay, I got mine. Sending it to you.
It's
Just
not.
catch it. Just come on, catch it.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, dang it, I missed.
Well, that's bad. That's the only brain cell.
It's still here. I got it. Still here. I sent you a backup.
Children and horse racing.
This is our worst ever.
Okay. I don't think you're gonna say this word. I don't know that you're gonna. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna
Okay.
do it. You ready?
Let's send it. Ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Birthday party.
Chariot. Oh God, I'm an idiot.
How are we gonna do this? Okay, birthday party and chariot. I've got mine.
I don't. Birthday party and chariot. How the fuck are you connecting those two? Oh, make a tally. I don't know. You have yours?
Yep.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. King.
Action figure. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing about it. It's my fault too. Like, okay, so
Yeah,
king
makes
action
a lot
figure.
More... Well, no, hold on. Now, hold on. Birthday party. Where are you getting king?
Well, like the king's birthday is like that's when the gladiators come out, and that's when they do like the chariot rides and stuff.
Yeah, they also do them in New York for Tuesday activities.
Well, I'm thinking gladiators, so
Honestly, I was thinking the Hunger Games.
fair, super fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did we say? King and action figure.
Action figure. Okay, I got mine. Think about who
Ooh.
I am.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. All right, you ready?
Yep.
You...
3, 2, 1. King George
Funko
Funko Pop. Yeah, okay. We're gonna count it. We're gonna count it.
We're gonna count it. Count it. I said King George. You just didn't hear me.
Yeah, I said it over her. It's okay. We're good. Everything's good.
How many was that?
Too many.
Was it enough that we need a recount?
Like a retry?
No, I was just making a voting joke.
Oh, funny. Okay, Jasmine, where can they find you though?
Asminsta 1721. My DMs are open on everything.
1721. Anyways, go on.
And you can find me over at Instagram and TikTok. I saw a couple people snooping on my page. Hey, what's up?
Snoopers.
I don't keep my opinion to myself on my pages. I'm just gonna let you know that now. You think this was bad? Just wait. Just know that before you go snooping. Don't make yourself mad on purpose.
Or do, I guess. It's more views. Or do.
I enjoy debating people, so your choice. I got a little bit of that Patricia in me. And you can find me over at Twitch. I was supposed to stream last night, but I didn't want to, so I didn't.
Smart.
Anyway, Asminsta 1721 on things. Asminsta without that on others. You can find the show at No Impulse Control on TikTok and Instagram, and then you can watch our show on YouTube and listen on Spotify.
You can also find our Patreon. Not really. We don't have a Patreon.
I was like, wait, hold on. What do we got now?
No, you can find me at... actually, you can find the show, actually, at No Impulse Control on TikTok and on Instagram. Highly suggest going to follow those. I've heard that they're amazing because they talk about me. But anyways, you can find me at TSK1239 on some things, The Soccer King 1239 on others. And we have merch at thesoccerking1239.com. Go get some merch.
Don't forget, if we get to 75, Justin's letting me give him a full makeover, eyebrows, nails, the whole 9 yards. We're going to wax him, actually, like a dog.
No, we're not.
We're going to hire someone we're going to film Justin's bikini wax.
Absolutely not.
We're going to put a towel over it. No one will see anything.
Okay, we will see you in the next one before she keeps adding things on. We'll see you in the next one.
Every episode.
Peace out.
Bye. Oh.